The rain had been falling since early morning, but by evening it had turned into a relentless storm that seemed determined to test every bit of strength I had left. The streets were flooded, my shoes were soaked through, and each delivery felt like walking through a river with a weight on my back. I kept telling myself it was just one more house, just one more stop, and then I could go home, peel off my wet clothes, and finally rest. My fingers had gone numb from gripping cold plastic bags, and the water dripping from my hair made everything blur. As I walked up the final driveway, my body shivering uncontrollably, I took a deep breath and knocked, hoping for a quick handover so I could escape the freezing night. But when the door opened, something unexpected happened. Something small, simple, and yet powerful enough to wipe away hours of discomfort. A woman stood there, not smiling out of politeness, but looking at me with a kind of gentle concern that felt warmer than any blanket. Her eyes moved from my soaked clothes to my trembling hands, and I could tell she understood the kind of day I'd been through, without me having to explain a single word. Instead of rushing the interaction like most people do, she paused, really seeing me. That moment of human attention felt almost unreal after hours of being just another anonymous worker fighting the weather. She took the bags from me, placed them aside, and before I could even turn back down the steps, she quietly said, "Wait." Her voice wasn't loud, but it carried a softness that stopped me in my tracks. She stepped closer, noticing how my breathing shook with the cold, and then spoke the words that would stay with me long after the storm ended. "Stay here. I'll keep you warm." It wasn't flirtation. It wasn't obligation. It was pure, genuine care from someone who didn't have to offer anything at all. In that instant, the roar of the rain faded, and the world felt strangely still, as if her kindness had carved out a quiet place in the middle of the chaos. She led me just inside the doorway where it was dry, handed me a towel, and told me to take a moment to warm up before facing the storm again. I could feel the heat rising back into my fingers, the shaking slowly settling, and for the first time that entire night, I didn't feel like I was struggling alone. In a job where people often look right through you, she looked at me as a human being, someone who needed a little warmth, a little pause, a little kindness. That simple act changed the entire weight of the day. The cold didn't feel so sharp anymore, and the rain didn't seem as unforgiving. As I stood there listening to the storm rage outside while feeling safe for the first time in hours, I realized how powerful one moment of compassion can be. It doesn't require grand gestures or long speeches. Sometimes it's just someone noticing your struggle and choosing to care. And in that doorway, dripping wet with the sound of thunder fading behind me, I understood that even on the hardest days, humanity still shines through in the most unexpected places. I walked away from that house not just warmer, but quietly grateful, carrying a memory I knew I'd never forget.